Hello, uh, welcome to Dadpuzzles podcast. Today I would like to cover some very important topic that affects us as fathers, and today it will be about illicit drug use. So my name is Suleiman Ijani. I'm a physician consultant and founder of Dadpuzzles. I would like to clarify two things. Yes, I'm a physician. Graduated from St. Matthew's University. This is a medical college, and I'm involved with consulting where I educate different physicians in different health systems on how to deal with the revenue cycle and also the medical quality. However, I am not representing the health system that I'm working for. So these ideas are strictly my own, and that if you do have a situation where you or your kids struggling with the drug use, then this video is most likely not for you. I would propose that you develop a very close contact with your primary care physician or the pediatrician of your child as much as possible. This is just for folks that do not have the problem, and just to be aware of so that they won't be struggling with the issue of illicit drug use down the road. So this is mostly prevention. So we talk about the risk factors, and also we'll be talking about things we can do to prevent. So illicit drug use, this is about 9% of population in the United States. They're involved with illicit drug use. So the most important three risk factors that our kids can be involved with illicit drug use are: number one, friends; number two, aggressive behavior, antisocial aggressive behavior; and number three is early use of alcohol and drugs. So those are the three risk factors that if they get controlled or fixed, then we won't have issues with illicit drug use. So what are the things that we can do to prevent these three risk factors? The first one is really to become friends to our kids, because the closer you are, the more likely you can leave those good influence. You always have to get the history with them. You always take some time when they come from school, spend 15, 20 minutes, no phones, no TV, just talking to them. How was your day? What did you do today? Who were your classmates? Who's the bad kid in school? What do the teacher do with this kid? You keep track of that. The more you know, the better, because then, if there's anything abnormal, you can easily fix it by either contacting the teacher so you together can fix, or working together with your pediatrician of the child so that we can address if it's something that you were not able to fix. Last but not least is really to have a strong bond with pediatricians and the primary care physician, that are involved, because they are more up to date with the literature and knows how to deal with the situation. So be very close to them so that together you have a bigger and stronger team to fight against the drug use side. These are the four things that really we can do to fix the first issue that we mentioned, the risk factor of friendship. The other risk factor was about the aggressiveness. The aggressiveness is found to be, the more aggressive your child is, the more likely they will be using drugs. And then the third risk factors that we can talk about, what we can do to prevent it, is about early use of alcohol and drugs. The studies find that the earlier your child drinks alcohol and smokes, they're 65 times more likely to be using marijuana as adolescents. And the same studies have found that if the child is using marijuana, they're 104 times more likely to use cocaine. So think about that. So we have to pay attention to this and protect our kids from early use of alcohol and drugs. So we have to pay attention to their friends, the environment that they're in, so that they don't fall into this category where they're more likely to becoming users of marijuana and cocaine, and that's it. We lose our child, and God forbid. Another thing that I wanted to really inspire you of why we talked about this, because when we have all these protective factors covered, the one that I mentioned about being closer to your physician, developing the good hobbies and sports and such, and a strong bond and communication. When you have all these protective factors, then you will build something called resilience. The adolescent resilience is when the child is able to overcome the negative set of circumstances that are throwing to the child. So once you work with the child closely, then they'll be able to overcome all those bad things, the peer pressure, the use of drugs, etc. They can say no to the drugs, etc. So the study shows that adolescent resilience is directly linked to high intelligence and also low novelty seeking behaviors, and also avoidance of friends with delinquent peers. So they will be avoiding friendship with bad peers, and also they will be very smart. And last but not least, they'll have low novelty seeking behavior, because a lot of times as boys they have high novelty seeking behavior. So when you already educate them and they have all these good protective factors, then there's no big deal. They're not gonna trying to show off or do bad things for the sake of it. They'll become good kids that we will want them to be, and become better fathers down the road. Thank you again. I look forward to discussing with you next episode coming up soon. Thank you.